excitement. Often, if you play the first waltz in a waltz, waltz has 4 or 5 waltzes after the introduction. And when you start to play the first waltz, sometimes it's really just very calm and piano, and there is actually almost really nothing. It's just almost...
So do you accomplish it more with accent than time?
And then when it comes suddenly a big forte, then it comes so it's not so that if we say okay it's a Viennese waltz, then we have it's really very much a question of what we play, because it's almost nothing.
Huh.
And then in the Kaiser Waltz, there is the really exaggerated version. So there's many steps between the almost nothing and the really strong Viennese waltz.
So you think it's dynamically dominated? So the more forte,
yes.
the more exaggerated the waltz.
Because if it's more forte, it's more excited, and if it's more excited, then I do it more. If it's less excited, if it's really very smooth and dolce, then I do it almost nothing.
And do you feel like the orchestra just understands all the way from front to back, or do you think the first stand always is always the leader of
the
how
first
much?
stand, of course, has to be, yeah. But they have to know what is it about. So sometimes you also talk a bit loudly, because depends. I mean, new group, maybe many new people, young people, then somehow it has to be clear. And also something which some people don't know, the coda. When it comes to actually the kind of the Einleitung, so the introduction part of the coda, before it comes back to the remembering of the waltz 1 and waltz 2 and so on. This introduction of the coda, there is straight. There should be straight. Yeah.
So
there is just normal. Very often.
The absolute end.
No. When the coda begins.
Okay.
Before, so the coda has also kind of a form of an introduction, and then the waltz is just a short version. Depends of course how long is the coda. Sometimes it's the coda just one line, there not, but we also have codas like 1 page. And in that case, for instance, Kaiser Waltz has a very long coda, and there is an introduction to the waltz in the coda, and this introduction is straight. There is no waltz.
I see. So after you've gone through waltz 1, waltz 2, you come
3,
back,
4, 5, and
whatever.
so on, and then coda that starts just straight. Yeah. And this is something I also had to learn. I mean, I come from Budapest, so we didn't have too much of a tradition for waltzes, but I came here, and then you talk to colleagues, and then you talk to other colleagues, Viennese colleagues, and they tell you about it.
What is that like as someone that's not Viennese by birth, but you're obviously now such a huge part of that tradition, carrying that on? When you first came to the orchestra, was it very intimidating, or what is the general feel in the orchestra about the tradition and the
tradition is very important, of course. I mean, every orchestra needs its tradition, and then Vienna has also its very strong tradition. So it's especially being a leader is a little tricky at the beginning, because on the one side you want to lead, you want to say okay, this is the way we go, and on the other side you have to learn the job, and you have to see how it works, because some stuff you have never played before.
Yeah.
So, but I had very nice colleagues. They have, and we could talk about it. So we play, and then maybe at the beginning I just try to look and not too much lead what's going on, and then if something is unclear, I could ask my older colleagues, and then trying to pick it up as quick as possible, so that I can then understand it and then really lead it and say, okay, this is the way we go.
What do you think about this piece, the Mahler 10?